Thank you so much for coming. Good evening and welcome to the Cornell Shakespeare Troupe production of Macbeth. Sorry for the delay. We're a little bit, over capacity, so that took a while to figure out. Just a few quick announcements. Please turn off your cell phones. We don't want any annoying buzzing or ringing. It really distracts the actors, and it takes you right out of the show. Also, we've got emergency exits in the back, that way, and out this aisle, around the side. Fire marshal, yeah. So in the case of an emergency, people in the aisle, please clear as quickly as possible, and then we'll clear out behind them. We are very excited to perform for you. Thank you for coming to our closing night performance. And there will be one 15 intermission. Enjoy the show.
Thunder, lightning, or in rain?
When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost, won.
Holding air the set of sun.
Where the place?
On the heath.
There to meet with Macbeth. Fair is foul and foul is fair. Hover through the fog and the filthy air.
What bloody man is that? He can't report us seeing of man's plight as a revolt into his state.
This is the sergeant who, like a good and hearty soldier, fought against my captivity. Hail, brave friend. Say to the king the knowledge that the broilest at its leaving.
Doubtful it stood, as two spent swimmers that do cling together and choke their art. The merciless Macdonald, worthy to be a rebel, for to that the multiplying villainies of nature do swarm upon him. From the western isles, of kerns and gallows glasses supply, and fortune, on his damned quarrel smiling, showed like a rebel's whore. But all's too weak for brave Macbeth. Well he deserves that name, disdaining fortune. Brandished steel which smoked with bloody execution like valor's minion, carved out his passage till he faced the slave, which ne'er shook hands nor bade farewell to him, till he unseamed him from the nave to the chops, and fixed his head upon our battlements. But I am faint, my gashes cry for help.
So well thy words become thee as thy wounds, they smack upon our bow. Go, get in surgeons! Who comes here?
The worthy Thane of Ross.
But haste looks through her eyes, so should she look that seems to speak things strange.
God save the king.
Whence camest thou, worthy Thane?
From Fife, great king, where the Norwegian banner flouts the sky and fans our people cold. Norway himself, with terrible numbers, assisted by that most disloyal traitor, the Thane of Cawdor, began a dismal conflict. Till Bellona's bridegroom lacked in proof, confronting him with self-comparisons, point against point, rebellious arm against arm, curbing his lad spirit. To conclude, the victory fell on us.
Great happiness!
That now Sweno, the Norway's king, craves composition. Nor would we deign the burial of his men till he dispersed at St. Colm's Edge $10,000 for our general use.
No more that Thane of Cawdor shall deceive our bosom interest. Go, pronounce his present death, and with his former title, Great Macbeth.
I'll see it done.
What he hath lost, noble Macbeth hath won.
Foul and fair day I have not seen.
How forest called to forest? What are these? So withered and so wild in their attire, they look not like inhabitants of the earth, and yet are on it. Live you, or are you all that man may question?
Speak, if you can. What are you?
All hail Macbeth, hail to thee, Thane of Law.
All hail Macbeth, hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor.
All hail Macbeth, that shalt be king hereafter.
Good sir, why do you start and seem to fear things which do sound so fair? In the name of truth, are you fantastical? Or that indeed which outwardly you show? My noble partner, you greet with present grace and great prediction of noble having and of royal hope, but he seems wrapped withal. To me you speak not. If you can look into the seeds of time and say which grain will grow and which will not, speak then to me. For neither beg nor fear your favors nor your hate.
Hail!
Hail!
Hail! Lesser than Macbeth and greater.
Not so happy, yet much happier.
Thou shalt get kings, though thou be none. So all hail Macbeth and Banquo.
Banquo and Macbeth, all hail.
Stay, you impervious speakers! Tell me more! I know by Sinno's death I'm Thane of Glass and How of Cawdor. The Thane of Cawdor lives, a prosperous gentleman, and to be king stands not within the prospect to believe, no more to be of Cawdor. Say from whence you owe this strange intelligence, or upon this blasted heath you stop our way with such prophetic greetings. Speak, I charge you!
The earth hath bubbles, as the water has. And these are of them. Whither are they vanished?
Into the air, what seemed corporal melted, like breath in the wind.
But they had stayed. Were such things here as we do speak about, or have we eaten on the insane brute that takes the reason prisoner?
And your children shall be kings.
You shall be king.
And Thane of Cawdor too, was it not so?
The self-same tune and words. Who's here?
The king hath happily received Macbeth the news of thy success, and when he reads thy personal venture in the rebels' fire, his wonders and his praises do contend what should be thine or his. Silenced with that, and in view of the rest of the self-same day, he finds thee in the stout Norwegian ranks, nothing afeard of what thyself didst make strange images of death. As thick as tale came post with post, and everyone did bear thy praises in his kingdom's great defense, and poured them down upon him. I am sent to give thee from our royal master thanks, only to herald thee into his sight, not pay thee. And for an earnest of a greater honor, he bade me from him call thee Thane of Cawdor, in which edition hail, most worthy Thane, for it is thine.
Can the devil speak true?
Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes?
Who was the Thane lives yet, but under heavy judgment bears that life which he deserves to lose. Whether he was combined with those of Norway, or did blind the rebel with hidden hilt advantage, or that with both he labored in our country's wrack, I know not. But treason's capital, confessed and proved, have overthrown him.
Thane of Glamis and Cawdor? The greatest is behind me. Thanks for your pain. Do you not wish your children shall be kings? When those that gave me the Thane of Cawdor promised no less to them?
That trusted home might yet enkindle you into the crown as of the Thane of Cawdor. But 'tis strange. And oftentimes, to win us to our harm, the instruments of darkness apply us with simple truths, win us with honest trifles, to betray us in deepest consequence. Cousin, a word, I pray you.
Two truths are told, as happy prologue to the swelling act of the imperial theme. I thank you, gentlemen. The supernatural soliciting cannot be ill. It could be good. If ill, why hath it given me the in earnest success, commencing in a truth, I am Thane of Cawdor? If good, why do I yield to that suggestion? Whose horrid image doth fix my hair and make my seated heart knock at my ribs against the use of nature. Present fears are less than horrible imaginings. My thought, whose supernatural soliciting cannot be ill, shakes so my single state of man. That function is smothered in surmise, and nothing is but what is not.
Look how our partner's wrapped.
If chance may have me king, well, chance may crown me without my stir.
New honors come upon him like our strange garments that cleave not to their mold, but with the aid of use.
Come what come may, time and the hour run through the roughest day.
Worthy Macbeth, we stay upon your leisure.
Give me your favor. My dull brain is wrought with things forgotten. Kind gentlemen, your page will register where every day I turn the leaf to read them. Let us toward the game. Think about what had changed, and at more time, interim having waited, let us make our hearts free each to other.
Very gladly.
Till then enough. Come, friends.
My liege, they had not yet come back. But I have spoken with one that saw him die, who did report it very frankly, confessed his treasons, implored your highness's pardon, and set forth a deep repentance. Nothing in his life became him like relieving it. He died as one that had been studied in his death. To throw away the dearest thing he owed is toward a careless trifle.
There's no art to find the man's construction in the face. He was a gentleman on whom I built an absolute trust. O worthiest cousin, the sin of my ingratitude even now was heavy on me. Thou art so far before that the swiftest wing of recompense is slow to overtake thee. Wouldst thou hast less deserved, the proportion both of thanks and payment might have been mine. Only I have left to say, more is thy due than more than all can pay.
The service and the loyalty I owe in doing it pays itself. Your highness pardons receive our duties, and our duties are to your throne and state. Children and servants do but what they should by doing everything safe to your love and honor.
Welcome hither. I have begun to plant thee and will labor to make thee full of growth. My noble banquo, that hast no less deserved nor must be known no less to have done so. Let me enfold thee and hold thee to my heart.
There if I grow, the harvest is your own.
My plenteous joys, wanton in fullness, seek to hide themselves in drops of sorrow. Sons, kinsmen, thanes, and you whose places are the nearest, know we will establish our estate upon our eldest, Malcolm, whom we name hereafter Prince of Cumberland, which honor must not unaccompanied invest him only, but signs of nobleness, like stars, shall shine on all deservers. From hence to Inverness, and bind us further to you.
The rest is labor which is not used for you. I'll be the harbinger and make my wife joyful with the hearing of your approach. So humbly take my leave.
My worthy clock.
Prince of Cumberland! This is the step on which I must fall, or else sore leap it, where in my way it lies. Stars, hide your fires. Let not light see my black and deep desires. An eye wink at the hand, yet let that be, which the eye fears when it is done to see.
They met me in the day of success, and I have learned by the perfectest report they have more in them than mortal knowledge. When I burned in desire to question them further, they made themselves air into which they vanished. Whilst I stood wrapped in the wonder of it, came missives from the king, who all hailed me Thane of Cawdor, by which title before these weird brothers saluted me and referred me to the coming on of time with him. Hail king that shall be. This I have thought good to deliver thee, my dearest partner of greatness, that thou mightst not lose the dues of rejoicing by being ignorant of what greatness is promised thee. Lay to thy heart and farewell. Lambs thou art, and Cawdor, and shalt be what thou art promised. And I do fear thy nature is too full of the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Thou wouldst be great, or not without ambition, but without the illness should attend it. What thou wouldst highly, that thou wouldst holily, wouldst not play false, and yet wouldst wrongly win. Thou'st have great lambs, that which cries, thus thou must do, if thou have it, and that which rather thou dost fear to do than wishes should be undone. Hie thee hither, that I may pour my spirits into thine ear, and chastise with the valor of my tongue all that impedes thee from the golden round, which fate and metaphysical aid doth seem to have thee crowned withal. What is your tidings?
The king comes here tonight.
Thou art mad to say it is not thy master with him, who word so would have informed for preparation.
So please you, it is true, our Thane is coming. One of my fellows had the speed of him who, almost dead for breath, scarcely had more than a vague his message.
Keep him tending, he brings great news. The raven himself is horse that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts. Unsex me here and fill me from the crown to the toe, top full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood. Stop up the access and passage to remorse, that no compunctious visitings of nature shall eke my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the affected. And come to my woman's breast, and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers, wherever in your sightless substances you wait on nature's mischief. Come, thick night, and call thee in the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wounded mates, nor heaven peep through the lichen of the dark to cry, hold, halt! Great lungs! Worthy Cawdor, greater than both by the all-hail hereafter. Thy letters have transported me beyond this ignorant present, and I feel now the future in the instant.
My dearest wife, Duncan comes here tonight.
And when goes hence?
Tomorrow, as he purposes.
Oh, never shall sun that morrow see. Your face, my Thane, is as a book where men may read strange matters. To beguile the time, look like the time. Bear welcome in your eye, your hand, your tongue. Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it. He that's coming must be provided for, and you shall put this night's great business into my dispatch, which shall for all our pets and days to come give solely sovereign sway and masterdom.
We will speak further.
Only look up clear. To alter fate forever is to fear. Leave all the rest to me.
This castle hath a pleasant seat. The air nimbly and smoothly let lends itself unto our gentle self.
This guest of summer, the temple-haunting Margaret, does approve by his loved majesty that heaven's breath smells gloomily here. No juddy phrase, buttress, nor coin of vantage, but he hath made his pendant bed and procreant cradle. Where they most breed and haunt, I have observed the air is delicate.
See our honor approaching. The love that follows us sometimes is our trouble, which still we thank as love. Herein I teach you how you shall bid God illness for your pains, and thank us for your trouble.
Oh, all your service in every point twice done, and then done double, were poor and single business to contend against those honors deep and broad, wherewith your majesty loads our house. For those of old and the late dignities heaped up to them, we rest your hermits.
Where's the Thane of Cawdor? We course him at the heels and had a purpose to be his purveyor. When he rides well, and his great love sharps his for help him to his home before us. Kind and noble hostess, we are your guests.
Your servants ever have theirs themselves and what is theirs in compt to make their audit at your highness's pleasure still to return your own.
Give me your hand, conduct me to mine host. We love him highly and shall continue our graces towards him. By our leave, hostess.
Done, 'tis done, and 'twere well were done quickly. If the assassination could tumble up the consequences and catch with its surcease success, this blow might be the be-all end-all here. But here, upon this banking shoal of time, we don't the like to come. But in these cases, we still have judgment here, which might take bloody instruction, which being taught return to plague the inventor, as even-handed justice commends the poison chalice to our own lips. He's here in double trust. First, I am his kinsman, and his subject, strong both against the deed. As his host, who should, against his murderer, shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Besides, this Duncan hath borne his faculties so meek, and been so clear in his great office, that his virtues will plead like angels, trumpetumed against the deep damnation of his taking oath. In pity, like the naked newborn babe, striding the blast, heaven's cherubim, horse upon the courier's air, shall blow the horrid deed in every eye, that tears shall drown the wind. I have no spur to prick the sight of my intent, only vaulting ambition, which o'erleaps itself and falls on the... How now? What news?
He hath almost supped. Why have you left the chamber?
Hath he asked from you?
Know you not he has?
We'll proceed no further in this business. He hath honored me of late, and I bought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which would be worn now in their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon.
Was the hope drunk wherein you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since, and wakes it now to look so green and pale with what it did so freely? From this time such as I count thy love, art thou feared to be the same in act and valor as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have that which thou esteem'st the ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not wait upon I would, like the poor cat in the attic?
Prithee, peace. I dare do all that may become a man. Who dares do more is none.
What beast was it, then, that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you would be a man, and to be more than what you were, you would be so much more the man. Nor time nor place did then adhere, and yet you would make both. They have made themselves, and that their fitness does now unmake you. I have given sup, and know how tender it is to love the babe that milks me. I would, while it were smiling in my face, have plucked my nipple from his boneless gums and dashed the brains out had I so sworn as you have done to this.
If we should fail...
We fail! But screw your courage to the sticking place and we'll not fail. When Duncan is asleep, whereto the rather shall his day's hard journey soundly invite him, his two chamberlains will I with wine and wassail so convince that memory, the warder of the brain, shall be a fume, and the receipt of reason a limbic only. When in swinish sleep their drenched natures lie, as in a death, what cannot even I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon his spongy officers who shall bear the guilt of our great quell?
Bring forth men and children only. An undaunted metal should compose nothing but males. Will it not be received? When with blood we have marked those two of his own chamber with their very daggers that they had done it?
Who dares receive it other when we shall make our griefs and clamor roar upon his death?
I'm settled and bent up, each corporal agent to this terrible feat. Away, and mark the time with fair show. false face must hide what false heart doth know.
How goes the night, boy?
The moon is down, and I have not heard the clock.
And she goes down at 12.
I take it is later, sir.
Hold. Take my sword.
Take us not back to
There's husbandry in heaven. The candles are all out. A heavy summons lies like lead upon me, and yet I would not sleep. Ah, merciful powers restrain in me the cursed thoughts that nature gives way to in repose. Holmes, give me my sword. Who's there?
A friend.
What, sir, not yet at rest? The king's abed. He hath been an unusual pleasure, and hath sent forth great largesse to your office. A great diamond he bid me greet your wife withal by the name of most kind hostess, and shut up in measureless content.
Being unprepared, our servant became the will to defect, which free should else have wrought.
All's well. I dreamt last night of the three weird brothers. To you they have shown some truth.
No, I think not of them. Yet, when we can entreat an hour to serve, we should spend it on some words upon that business. If you regret the time.
At your kindest leisure.
You shall cleave to my consent. When 'tis, it shall make great honor.
So I lose none in seeking to augment it, but still keep my bosom franchise and allegiance clear. I shall be counseled.
Good repose the while.
Thanks, sir. The like to you.
Go bid thy mistress, and when my drink is ready, and bring the bell. Get thee to bed. Is this a dagger I see before me, the handle toward my head? Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou a dagger of the mind, a false creation, the heat oppressed brain? Oh, I see thee still, and in form as palpable as that which now I draw. Thou marshallest me the way I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. My eyes are made fool of the other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee still, and on thy blade in dungeon gouts a bullet which was not so before. There's no such thing. It is bloody business that informs us of mine eyes. Now in the one half world, nature seems dead, and wicked dreams abuse the current sleep. Oh, witchcraft celebrates pale Hategate's offerings, and withered murder alarms the sentinel, his wolf, his house, his watch. Thus, with his strides, with Tarquin's ravishing strides towards his design, moves like a ghost. Thou sure and firm set earth, hear not my steps which way they walk, for fear thy stones prate of my whereabouts, and take present born from the time which now suits with them. Was I threat heedless? Words the heat of deeds too cold breath gives. I go and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
That which hath made them drunk, hath made me bold. What hath quenched them hath given me fire. Peace. It was the owl that shrieked, the fatal bellman that gives the sternest good night. He is about it. I have drugged their posits. Death and nature do contend about them, whether they live or die.
Who's there? What ho?
Alack, I fear they have awakened. 'Tis not done the attempt and not the deed confounds his heart. I laid their daggers ready, he could not miss him. Had he not resembled my father as he slept I had done it. My husband.
The deed is done. Does thou hear a noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry. Did not you speak?
When?
Now.
As I descended?
I.
Hi! Who lies in the second chamber?
Donald, babe.
This is a sorry sight.
A foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
One said laughing is sleep, and the other cried murder. They didn't wake each other. I stood and heard them. One did say their prayers, and I just them again to sleep.
There are two lodged together.
One did say God blesses and amen the other. As they see me with these hangman's hands, listening to their fears. I could not say amen when they did say God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
Wherefore can I not pronounce amen? I had most need of blessing, and amen stuck in my throat.
These deeds must not be thought after these ways, so it will make us mad.
I thought I heard her cries, yell, sleep no more. Macbeth does murder sleep, the innocent sleep. The sleep and knit of the raveled sleep of care. Death of each day's life, sore labor's back. Death, chief nourishers of life's feast.
What do you mean?
But still they cried. Macbeth does murder sleep to all the house. Loves had murdered slain, and never Carter shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more.
What did thus cried? Why, worthy thane, you do unbend your noble strength to being so brain sickly of pit. Go get some water and clear this filthy witness from your hand. Why did you bring the daggers from the place? They must lie there. Go, carry them and smear the sleepy grooms with blood.
I will not go. I'm afraid to think of what I've done. Look on it again, I dare not.
In firm purpose. Give me the daggers. The sleeping and the dead are but as pictures. 'Tis the eye of childhood that fears the painted devil. If you do bleed, I'll gild the faces of the grooms withal, for it must seem their guilt.
What is that knocking? Listening with me, that every noise appalls me. Where are these hands? Huh? Pluck out mine eyes. Will all Neptune's great oceans wash this blood from my hand? No. Rather this hand, the multitudinous seas, incarnate deep, make the green one red.
My hands are of your color, but I shame to wear hearts so white. Hearts, I fear not from the south country. Go, get some water. A little water clears us of this deed. How easy is it then? Your constancy has left you unattended. Hark, more knocking. We're tired of our chambers. And, being that lost so poorly in your thoughts.
To know the deeper, best not know myself. Wait, don't give with thy knocking. I wish thou couldst!
Here's a knocking indeed. The man reporter of Hellgate, you'd have old turning the key. Knock, knock, knock. Who's there? In the name of Beelzebub. Here's the farmer that hanged himself in the expectation of plenty. Come in time. I've napkins enough about you. Here you'll sweat for it. Knock, knock. Who's there? The other devil's name. Faith, here's an equivocator that could swear in both scales against either scale. They committed treason enough for God's sake, but could not equivocate to heaven. Oh, I'm an equivocator. Knock, knock, knock! Who's there? Faith, here's an English tailor. Come hither for stealing out of French homes. Come in, tailor. Here you may roast your goose. Knock, knock! Never quiet! What are you? But this place is too cold for hell. Oh, that will bore it no further. I had thought to let in some of all professions that go the primrose way, the everlasting bonfire. Anon. I pray you remember the word.
Was it so late, friend? Ere you went to bed, did you do lie so late?
Faith, sir, we were caroused until the second cock. But drink, sir, is a great provoker of three things.
What three things does drink especially provoke?
Marry, sir, nose painting, sleep, and urine. That's great, sir. It provokes and unprovokes. It provokes the desire, but it takes away the performance. Therefore, much drink may be said to be an equivocating pleasure. It makes him and it mars him. Makes him, sets him on, and it takes him off. It persuades him and disheartens him. Makes him stand to, and he not stand to. In conclusion, equivocates him in his sleep and giving him the lie. Leaves him.
I believe drink gave thee the lie last night.
That it did, sir. Very thrown on me. But I requited him for his lie, and I think, being too strong for him, yet he took up my leg sometime. Yet I made a ship pass.
Is thy master stirring? Our knocking is awakened.
Good morrow, noble sir.
Good morrow, both.
Is the king stirring, worthy thane?
No, not yet.
He has sent me to call timely on him. I've almost slipped the hour.
I'll bring you to him.
I know this is a joyful trouble to you, but yet 'tis one.
The labor we delight in physic pain. This is the door.
I'll make so bold to call, for 'tis my limited service.
Goes the king hence today?
He does. He did appoint so.
The night has been unruly. Where we lay, our chimneys were blown down, and, as they say, lamentings heard in the air, strange screams of death, and prophesying with accents terrible of dire combustion and confused events, new hatched to the woeful time. The obscure bird clamored the livelong night. Some say the earth was feverous and did shake.
'Twas a rough night.
My young remembrance cannot parallel a fellow to it.
Oh, horror! 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 Tongue nor heart cannot conceive nor name thee.
What's the matter?
Confusion now hath made his masterpiece. Most sacrilegious murder hath broke ope the Lord's anointed temple and stole thence the light of the building.
What is it you say?
Meaning
The light?
Meaning that that chamber and destroy your sight with a new order. Do not bid me speak, see! And then speak yourselves. Awake! Awake! Ring the alarm bell! Murder! Treason! Banquo and Donalbain! Malcolm! Awake! Shake off this downy sleep that's counterfeit and look on death itself! Up! Up and see the great doom's image! Malcolm! Banquo is from your graves! Rise up and walk like sprites to countenance this horror! Ring the bell!
What is the business that such a hideous trumpet calls to parley the sleepers of the house? Speak! Speak!
Oh, gentle lady, 'tis not for you to hear what I can speak. The repetition in a woman's ear would murder as it fell. Banquo, Banquo, our royal master is murdered.
What? Alas! What in our house?
Too cruel anywhere! Dear John, I prithee contradict thyself and say it is not so!
Had I but died an hour before this chance, I had lived a blessed life. From this instant, there's nothing serious in mortality. All is but toys. Renown and grace is dead. The wine of life is drawn, and the mere leaves is left the vault to brag of.
What is amiss?
You do not know it. The spring, the head, the fountain of your blood. The very source of it is stopped.
The royal father's murdered.
By whom? Those of his chamber, as it seemed, repentant. Their hands and faces were all badged with blood. So were their daggers, which, unwiped, we found upon their pillows. They stared and were distracted.
No man's life is to be trusted with them.
Oh, yet I do repent me of my fury that I did kill them.
Wherefore did you so?
Who can be wise, amazed, temperate, loyal, and neutral in a moment? No man. The expedition of my love out on the pause of reason. Here, lay Duncan, his silver skin laced with his golden blood. His gash stabs look like a breach in nature from ruin's wasteful entrance. There, the murderers, steeped in the colors of their trade, their daggers breached with unmanly gore. Who could refrain? Who had heart and courage, and in that courage makes love known!
Oh, help me, Hansel!
Look to the lady!
Why do we hold our tongues? That most may claim this argument for ours.
What should be spoken here? Where our faith hidden in augur home may rush and seize us. Let's away. Our tears are not yet brewed.
Oh, strong sorrow upon the foot of motion.
To the lady. When we have our naked frailties hid that suffer in exposure, let us meet and question this most bloody piece of work to know it further. Fears and scruples shake us. In the great hand of God I stand, and there against the undivulged pretense I fight of treasonous malice.
And so do I!
So all! Let's briefly put on manly readiness and meet at the hall together.
Well contented.
What will you do? Let's not consort with them. To show an unfelt sorrow is an office which a false man does easy. I'll take them.
Tyler and I, our separated fortunes shall keep us both the safer. Where we are, there's daggers and red smiles. The nearer blood, the nearer bloody.
This murderous shaft and shot, not yet lighted, and the safest way is to avoid the aim. Therefore, to horse! Let us not be daintively taken, but shift away. There's warrant in that theft which steals itself, and there's no mercy left.
Thou seest the heavens, as troubled with man's axe threaten this bloody stage. By the clock 'tis day, yet dark night strangles the traveling lamp. Is it night's predominance or the day's shame that dark mist is the face of the earthen tomb when living light should kiss it?
'Tis unnatural, even like the deed that's done. On Tuesday last, a falcon, towering in her pride of place, was by a mousing owl hawked at and killed.
And Duncan's horses, the thing most strange and certain, beauteous and swift dominions of their race, turned wild in nature, broke their stalls, flung out, contending against obedience as they would make war with mankind.
'Tis said they eat each other.
Oh, they did so. The amazement of mine eyes that did look upon it. Here comes the good Macbeth. How goes the world, sir, now?
Why? See you not?
This yet know that it is more than bloody deed.
Those that Macbeth hath slain,
Alas the day, what good could they pretend?
they were suborned. Malcolm and Donalbain, the king's two sons, are stolen away and fled, which puts upon them suspicion of the deed.
Hence nature still. Thriftless ambition will raven up thine own life's needs. Then 'tis most like the sovereignty will fall upon Macbeth.
He is already named and gone to Scun to be invested.
Where is Duncan's body?
Carried to Cornell, the sacred storehouse of his predecessors and guardian of their bones.
Will you to Scone?
No, cousin. I'll to Fife.
Well, I will thither.
Well, may you see things well done there. Adieu. Lest our old robes sit easier than our new.
Farewell, cousin.
God's medicine go with you, and with those that would make good of bad, and friends of foes.
Thou hast it now, King, Commodore, Gloms, all as the weird brothers promised. Yet I feared thou playedst most foully for it. Yet it was said it should not stand in thy posterity, but that myself should be the root and father of many kings. If there come truth from them as upon thee, Macbeth, their speeches shine, may they not be my oracles as well and set me up in hope? Blush no more.
There's our chief guest.
If he had been forgotten, it had been as a gap in our great feast and in all thing unbecoming.
Tonight we hold the solemn supper, sir. I'll request your presence.
Let your highness command upon me, to the which my duties are with a most indissoluble tie forever knit.
Ride you this afternoon?
Aye, my good lord.
Well, the ushers desired your good advice, which shall have been both grave and prosperous in this day's office. But we'll take that up tomorrow. Is it far you ride?
As far, my lord, as 'twill fill up the time twixt this and supper. Go not my horse the better, I must become a borrower of the night for a dark hour or 20.
Fail not our feast.
My lord, I will not.
It is said that our bloody cousins are bestowed in England and in Ireland, not confessing their cruel parasite, and filling their hearers with strange invention. But we'll take to that tomorrow, when the therewithal will have a cause of state craving us jointly. Hie to your horse. Adieu. Do you return at night? Those flayons with you.
Aye, my lord. Our time is called upon us.
I wish your horse is sure and swift of foot, and so I do commend you to their backs. Farewell.
Oh.
Let every man be master of his time until 7 at night. To make society the sweeter welcome, we will keep ourselves alone till supper time. And then God be with you. Sirrah, a word. Attend those gentlemen to our pleasure.
They are, my lord, without the palace gate.
Bring them to me. To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus. Our fears in Banquo stick deep, and in him reigns a royalty of nature which would be feared. That dauntless temper is mine. He hath the wisdom that doth guide his valor to act in safety. It is none but he whose being I do fear. It is under him that my genius is rebuked, as it is said Mark Antony's was by Caesar. He chid the brothers when they first put the name of king upon me, and bade them speak to him. Then, prophet-like, they hailed him to a line of kings. Upon my head they placed a foolish crown, and in my grip the barren scepter, thence to be wrenched by a lineal hand, or son of mine succeeding. It is 'tis then that I have filed my mind for Banquo's issue. For them, the gracious Duncan have I murdered, but rancors in the vessel of my peace, only for them, given my eternal jewel to the common enemy of man, to make them kings. The seed of Banquo kings! Rather than so, fate come into the lead, and champion me to the utterance. Come in. Wait outside the door, and stay there till we call. Was it not yesterday we spoke together?
It was, so please your highness.
Well then, now, have you considered of my speeches? Know that it was he in times past that kept you so under fortune, which you thought had been our innocent self. This I made good to you in our last conference. Past in probation, how you were born in hand, how crossed the instruments who have wrought them, and all things else to might to have a soul, and a notion great say, thus did Banquo.
You made it known to us.
I did so. I went further, which is point of our second year. Is your patience so predominant in your nature that you can just let this go? Are you so gospel to pray for this good man in his issue, whose heavy hand hath bowed you to the graves and beggared yours forever?
We are men, my liege.
Aye. In the catalogue you go for men, as hounds and greyhounds, mongrels, curs, shows, and water rugs, and demi-wolves are all clept by the name of dogs. The value file distinguishes the swift, slow, the subtle, the housekeeper, the hunter, all according to the gifts which bounteous nature hath enclosed, whereby he does receive a particular addition that writes them all alike. And so, of men. Now, you have a station in the file. Now, with the worst rank of manhood, say it, and I'll put that business in your bosom, whose execution takes your enemy off, values you to the heart and to love of us, and where sickly in his life, which in death were but perfect.
I am on my leisure. The vile blows and buffets of the world are so incensed that I'm reckless what I do despite the world.
And I another, so weary with disaster, tugged with fortune, that I would set my lie out on any chance, to mend it or be rid on it.
Both of you know Banquo was your enemy?
'Tis true, my lord.
So he is mine. And such bloody distance that every minute of his life thrusts against the nearest of my life. And though, with bare-faced power I could sweep him from my sight, and I bid would avouch it. Yet I must not. For certain friends are both his and mine, whose loves I may not drop, but weigh with his fault why myself struck down. And thence, it is to your assistance I do make love, masking this business from the common eye for sundry weighty reasons.
We shall, my lord, perform what you command us.
Though our lives...
Your spirits shine through you! Within the hour at the most, I will advise you where to place yourself. Acquaint me with the most perfect spy of the time, and for the moment on it, for it must be done something from the palace. Always thought it requires certain clearance. And with him, to leave no botches, no rubs in the work, Fleance, his son, that keeps him company, whose absence is no less material to me than is his father's, must embrace the fate of that dark hour. Resolve yourselves apart. I'll come to you anon.
We are resolved, my lord.
Abide within. I'll call upon you straight. It is concluded, Banquo. Exo's flight to find heaven must find it tonight. We have scorched the snake, not killed it. She'll close and be herself, whilst our poor lad Malice must remain in danger of her former tomb. Let the frame of things destroyed, ere both the worlds suffer, ere we eat our meals in fear, and sleep in the affliction of these terrible dreams that shake us nightly.
Come on, gentle my lord, sleek over your rugged looks. Be bright and jovial amongst our guests tonight.
So shall I, love, and so pray be you. Let your remembrance apply to Banquo. Present him with eminence, both with eye and tongue. Unsake the while that we must lave our honors to these flattering stream, and make our faces visitors to our hearts, disguising what they are.
You must leave this.
Oh, full of scorpions is my mind, dear wife. Dost thou know that Banquo in his Fleance lives?
Yes, but in them nature's copy is not etern.
There's comfort yet. They are assailable. Then thou can be judged. Ere the bat hath flown his cloistered flight, and to black Hecate's summit that the shard-born beetle with his drowsy hum, and a rung night's yearning peal. There shall be done a deed of dreadful news.
What's to be done?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest Chuck, till thou applaud the deed. Come, sealing night, scuff up the tender eye of pitiful day, and with those bloody and invisible hands cancel and tear to pieces that bond which keeps me pale. Light thickens, and the crow makes wing the rooky wood. Good things of day begin to droop and drowse, as night's black agents to their praise do rouse. Thou marvelous at my words, but hold thee still. Things bad begun make strong themselves by ill. So prithee, go with me.
Who did bid thee join with us?
Macbeth.
He needs not our mistrust, since he delivers our offices and what we have to do to the direction just.
Stand with us. West Jekyll with some shrieks of day. Towards the late traveler, pace the gate of the tiny inn, and near approaches the subject of our watch. Hark at your horses.
Then tis he, rest within the note of expectation already are in the court.
These horses go about.
Almost a mile. But he does usually, so all men do. From hence the palace gate making him walk.
A light! A light!
See, stand to it.
Will be rain tonight.
Let it come down!
Oh, treachery! Fly, good flames! Fly, fly, fly! Thou mayst revenge! Oh, slave!
Who did strike out the light?
Was it not the way?
There's but one down. The sun has fled.
We've lost best half of our affair.
Well, let's wait and see how much is done.
You know your own degrees. Sit down. At first and last, the hearty welcome.
Thanks to your majesty.
We resolve to mingle with society and play the humble host. Our hostess keeps her state, and in best time we will require her welcome.
Oh, pronounce it for me, sir, to all our friends, for my heart speaks they are welcome.
See? They ain't counted thee with their thanks. Both the sides are even. I'll sit here at the midst. Be large in mirth. Anon, we'll drink the table round, huh? That's blood on thy face.
This banquet's done.
There's better he without than thee within. Is he dispatched?
Aye, my lord. His throat is cut. That I did remember.
Thou art the best of cutthroats. Yet he's good that did the like for flayings. And thou art, thou not peril.
This royal sir. Flayons escaped.
Come to my fit again. Those had been perfect. Whole as the marble, rounded as the rock, and general and broad as the casing air. Now I am confined, cribbed, cabined, bound into saucy Downton piers, but Banquo is safe.
Aye, my good lord. Safe in it she bides, with 20 trenchant gashes in his head, the least of death of danger.
Thanks for that. There the grown serpent lies. The worms have fled, and hath in nature in time will venom breed. No teeth for it at the present. Get thee gone. We'll hear again ourselves tomorrow.
My royal lord, you do not give the cheer. The feast is often sold, it is not often vouched while 'tis in making. 'Tis given with welcome. To feed were best at home. From thence, the sauce to meet a ceremony, meeting were bare without it.
Sweet remembrance, sir. Good health wait on appetite and digestion both.
May it please your highness sit.
We had now our country's honor roofed, and were our grace Banquo present, whom I may rather challenge for unkindness than pity for mischance.
His absence lays blame upon his promise. Please, your highness, graces with your royal company.
People's full.
Here's a place reserved, sir.
Where?
Here, my good lord. What is that moves your highness?
Which one of you have done this?
What, my good lord?
I cannot say I did it! Come and shake that door, he looks at me!
Human right, your highness is not well.
Oh, I pray you sit. My lord is often thus, and hath been from his youth. I pray you keep seat. The fitting is momentary. Upon a thought he will again be well. If much you know him, you shall defend him, and extend his passion. Feed, and argue not. Are you a man?
Aye, a bold one. And there will come man which might appall the devil.
Oh, proper stuff. This is the very painting of your fear. This is the air-drawn dagger which you said led you to Duncan. Well, these flaws and starts, impostors to true fear, it will become a woman's story at a winter's fire authorized by her grandam. Shame itself! Why do you make such faces when all is done? You look but on a stool.
Prithee, see that? Look! Behold! Lo, what say you? What care I? If thou canst not speak, true! In charnel houses and grave send back those that we buried. Our monuments shall be the maws of kites.
Such white unmanned folly.
I stand here, I saw him.
Far for shame.
And the blood had been drawn. In the olden time, the human statute purged the gentle wheel. Aye, since 2 murders have been performed, too terrible for the year. The time has been when the brains were out, the man were dead, and there an end. But now they return with 20 more to murders on their crown and push our stools from us. This is more strange than such a murder is.
My worthy lord, your noble friends do lack you.
I do forget. Do not muse at me, my most worthy friends. I have a strange infirmity, which is nothing to those that know me. Good health and love to all. I'll sit here now. Give me some wine. Fill full. I drink to the general joy of the whole table, and to our friend Banquo, whom we miss. We're here. To all in him we thirst, and all to all.
The liberties and the pledge.
Avaunt! And quit my sight! Let the earth hide thee! Thy bones are marrowless! Thy blood is cold! Thou hast no speculation with those eyes that dost glare with!
Well, said good peers, 'tis no other, only it spoils the pleasure of the time.
What man dare? I dare! Approach like the rugged Russian bear, or the arm-dry nostrils of a hickman tiger! Take any form but that, and my firm nerves shall never tremble! Or draw me to thy tessence with thy sword, And if tremble I inhabit, protest me the baby of a girl, and horrible shadow, I read my green hands! Why so? Being gone, I am man again. Prithee, sit still.
You have displaced the mirth, broken the good meeting with most admired disorder.
Can such things be, and overcome us like the summer's cloud without our special wonder? You make me strange, even to the disposition that I owe, to think now that you behold such sights and keep the natural ruby to your cheeks, while mine blends with fear!
But sights, my rage speak not, he grows worse and worse, question enrages him. At once, good night, stand not upon the order if you're going, but go at once.
Good night, and better health attend his majesty.
A kind good night to all.
Swans have been known to move, trees to speak. Ogres and unanswered relations have by magnified, and shows and rooks before the secret smell of blood. What is the night?
Almost at odds with more, which is what...
How sayest thou that Macbeth denies his great person and our great biddings?
Did you send for him, sir?
I hear it, by the way, and I will send down. There's not but one of his house I keep a servant for you. Tomorrow I will go, betimes the will, the Weird brothers. More shall they speak, for now I am meant to know the worst things worst. Mine own good, all causes shall give way. In blood I'm stepped in so far that should I weigh no more, returning were as tedious as go over. Strange things have had will to hand, must be acted ere they may be scanned.
You lack the season of all natures. Sleep.
Come, go to sleep. The strange and self-abuse is the initiative fear that wants hard use. For we are yet but young indeed.
It's on the back. No, I've been going back and forth. Oh, bending.
I just feel something rustling behind me. What is going on?
I feel less bad. Getting everyone back in here is good.
Yeah, I'm thinking actually it might be smart to just someone with a card and all these people and a lot of parents just take, if you get a really big line, take them up to the second floor.
I mean, I would even just speak for example.
Oh yeah, whatever.
It doesn't seem like getting to sleep.
Right. Which is interesting.
Thanks, Justin.
Okay. tie some weights onto
Thrice the blinded cat hath mewed.
Thrice and once the hedge pig whines.
Hark your cries, 'tis time, 'tis time.
By the pricking of my thumb, something wicked this way comes.
How now, you secret-blooded midnight hags? What is it you do?
On a deed without a name.
I conjure you by that which you profess, however you come to know it. Though you untie the winds and let them fight against the churches, though easty waves confound the swallow navigation of, though corn be lodged and trees blown down, though castles topple on their waters' heads, though pyramids and palaces slope their heads to their foundations, though nations' treasures tumble all together and sink into destruction. Tell me what I ask you.
Speak, demand, we'll answer. Say if thou hast rather hear it from our mouths or from our masters.
Call him! Let me see him!
For in Sal's blood that hath eaten her 9 pharaoh, grease that sweetened from the murderers, give it throw into the flame. Come high or low, thyself and office deftly show.
Let me know thy unknown power!
He knows thy thoughts. Hear his speech, but say thou not. Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth. Beware, Macduff. Beware the Thane of Fife. Dismiss me. Enough.
For thy precaution? Thanks. Now it's hard my fear right, but one word more.
He will not be commanded. Here's another more potent than the first.
Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth.
Had I 3 years, I hear thee!
Be bloody, bold, and resolute. Lack to scorn the power of man, for none of woman born shall harm Macbeth.
And live, Macduff. What need I fear of thee? But yet, I'll make assurances double sure and take that bum of fate. I may tell pay horrid fear it lies in sleep inside of thunder. What is this that rises like the issue of a king? On top of its baby brow, the round and top of sovereignty.
Listen, but speak not to it.
Be lion-mettled, proud, and take no care, who chafes, who frets, or where conspirers are. Macbeth shall never vanquished be until great Burnham Wood to high Dunsinane Hill shall come against him.
That will never be! Who can impress the forest? Bid the tree to unfix its earthbound roots. Sweet Burnham is good. Belly is dead. So now will rise till Burnham would rise. And our high-placed Macbeth shall live the lease of nature. Pay his with the time and mortal custom. But my heart drops to know one thing more. Tell me, if thou art to tell me so much, shall Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more.
I will be satisfied. Do not be this an eternal curse fall on you. Let me know.
Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart.
Thou art too, like the spirit of Banquo. Down! Oh, thy crown sear my elbows. Thy hair, the other golden mountain brow is like the first, a third is like the former. Filthy hags! Why do you show me this? A fourth, seven, eyes! Seventh, and another yet. I'll see no more! And yet an eighth appears, and bears a clasp, and shows me the 2 bold balls and the treble scepters that they carry. Horrible sights! For it is now I know that blood-boltered Banquo smiles upon me. I pointed them for his. What is this? Are they gone? Let this pernicious hour stand I accursed in the calendar. Come in, without there.
What's your grace's will?
Saw you the way, brothers?
No, my lord.
Came they not by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
Infected be the air they ride on. And damn those that trust them. Was it not galloping I heard? What was it that came by?
'Tis 2 or 3, my lord, that bring you word. Macduff is fled to England.
Fled to England?
Aye, my good lord.
Time. Thou anticipatest my dread exploits. My flighted purpose is never altered, unless the deed go with it. For from this moment, the first sling of my heart shall be the first sling of my hand. And though mine acts be crowned with thoughts, be it thought and done, the castle of Macduff I will surprise. Seize upon fight, and give edge to the sword his wife, his babes, and all the unfortunate souls that trace him in his line. No boasting, like a fool. Before this deed, I'll do this purpose cool. But no more sights. Where are these gentlemen? Bring me where they are.
My former speeches have but hit your thoughts, which can interpret farther. Only I say, things have been strangely born. The gracious Duncan was pitied of Macbeth. Marry, he was dead, and the right valiant Banquo walked too late, whom you may say, if it please you, Fleance killed, for Fleance fled. Men must not walk too late. Who cannot want the thought how monstrous it was for Malcolm and for Donalbain to kill their gracious father? Damned in fact how it did grieve Macbeth. Did he not straight in pious rage the 2 delinquents tear, that were the slaves of drink and thralls of sleep? Was not that nobly done? Aye, and wisely too, for 'twould have angered any heart alive to hear the men deny it. So that, I say, he has borne all things well, and I do think that had he Duncan's sons under his key, as and please heaven he shall not, they should find what 'twere to kill a father. So should Fleance. But peace, for from broad words, and because he failed his presence at the tyrant's feast, I hear Macduff lives in disgrace. Sir, can you tell where he bestows himself?
The son of Duncan, from whom this tyrant holds the due of birth, lives in the English court and is received with the most pious Edward, with such grace that the malevolence of fortune nothing takes from his high respect. Thither is Macduff gone to pray the holy king upon his aid, to wake Northumberland and warlike Cyril, that by the help of thee is with him above to ratify the word. We may again give to our tables meat, sleep to our nights, flee from our feasts and banquets bloody knives, faithful homage and receive free honors, all which we plan for now. This report hath so exasperated the king that he prepares for some attempt of war.
Sent he to Macduff?
He did, and with an absolute stern eye, the cloudy messenger turned to me his back, and hums, as we should say, you'll rue the time that clogs me with this answer.
And that well might advise him to a caution to hold a distance as wisdom can provide. Some holy angel fly to England and unfold his message ere he come, that a swift blessing may soon return to this our suffering country under a hand accursed.
I'll send my prayers with him.
To make him fly the land.
You must have patience, madam.
He had none. His flight was madness. When our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors.
You know not whether it was his wisdom or his fear.
Wisdom? To leave his wife, to leave his babes, his mansion, and his titles in a place from whence himself does fly? He loves us not. He wants the natural touch. For the poor wren, the most diminutive of birds, will fight her young ones in her nest against the owl. All is the fear and nothing is the love. As little is the wisdom where the flight so runs against all reason.
I pray you, cousin, school yourself. But for your husband, he is noble, wise, judicious, and best knows that it's the season. I dare not speak much further, but cruel are the times when we do not know ourselves, and we hold rumor from what we fear, but know not what we fear, but float upon a wild and violent sea each way and move. Take my leave of you. It shall not be long, and I'll be here again. Things at their worst will either cease or climb upward to what they were before. My pretty cousin, blessing upon you.
Fathered he is, and yet he's fatherless.
I am so much a fool. Should I stay longer, it would be my disgrace and your discomfort. I take my leave at once.
Sirrah, your father's dead. And what will you do now? How will you live?
As birds do, mother.
What, with worms and flies?
With what I get, I mean, and so do they.
Poor bird. That is never fear the net nor the line, the pitfall nor the gin.
Why should I, mother? Poor birds, they are not sent for. My father is not dead, for all you're saying.
Yes, he is dead. How wilt thou do for a father?
Nay, how will you do for a husband?
Why, I can buy me 20 at any market.
Then you'll buy me to sell again.
Thou speakest with all thy wit, yet in faith with wit enough for thee.
Was my father a traitor, mother?
Aye, that he was.
What is a traitor?
Why, one that swears and lies.
And be all traitors that do so?
Everyone that does so is a traitor and must be hanged.
Must they all be hanged that swear and lie?
Everyone.
Who must hang them?
Why, the honest men.
Then the liars and swearers are fools. For there are liars and swearers enough to beat the honest man and hang them up.
Now God help thee, poor monkey, but how wilt thou do for a father?
If he were dead, you'd weep for him. If you would not, it were a good sign I should quickly have a new father.
Oh, poor prattler, how thou talkest!
Bless you, fair dame. I am not to you known, though in your state of honor I am perfect. I doubt some danger does approach you nearly. If you will take a homely man's advice, be not bound here. Hence with your little ones. To fright you thus, methinks I am too savage. To do worse to you were foul cruelty, which is too nigh your person. Heaven preserve you, I dare abide no longer.
Whither should I fly? I have done no harm. But I remember now. I am in this earthly world, for to do harm is often laudable. To do good sometime accounted dangerous folly. Why then, alas, do I put up that womanly defense to say I have done no harm? What are these faces?
Where's your husband?
I hope in no place so unsanctified where such as thou mayest find him.
He's a traitor.
Thou liest!
Yes, kill me! Run away! I pray!
Let us seek out some desolate shade, and there weep our sad bosoms empty.
Let us rather hold fast the mortal sword, and like good men bestride our downfall birth. Each new morn, new widows howl, new orphans cry, new sorrows strike heaven on the face, that it resounds as if it felt with Scotland, and yelled out like syllable of dole.
What I believe I'll wed. No believe in what I can redress, that I shall find time to defend I will. Good spoken, maybe so, perchance. This tyrant, whose sole name blisters our tongues, was once thought honest. You have loved him well. He hath not touched you yet. I am young, but something you may deserve of him through me, and wisdom to offer up, or weak, poor, innocent land to peace and angry God.
I am not treacherous.
But Macbeth is. good and virtuous nature may recoil at the imperial charge. But I shall crave your pardon. That which you are, my thoughts cannot transpose. Angels are bright still, though the brightest fell. Though all things foul must wear the brows of grace, yet grace must still look so.
Lost my hopes.
Perchance, even there where I did find my doubts. Why in that rawness left you wife and child, those precious motives, those strong knots of love without leave taking? I pray you, let not my jealousies be your dishonors, but mine unsafety. You may be rightly just, whatever I shall think.
Bleed. Bleed, poor country. Great tyranny. Lay thou thy basest shore, for goodness dare not check. Wear thou thy wrongs. The title is a fear. Fare thee well, Lord. I would not be the villain that thou thinkst, for the whole space that's in the tyrant's grasp, and the rich east to boot.
Be not offended! I speak not as an absolute fear. I think our country sinks beneath the yoke. It weeps, it bleeds, and each new day it gashes added to her wounds. I think with all there would be hands uplifted in my right, and here from gracious England have I offer of goodly thousands. But for all this, when I should tread upon the tyrant's head or wear it on my sword, yet my poor country shall have more vices than it had before, or suffer, and more sundry ways than ever by him that shall succeed.
What should he be?
It is myself, I mean, whom I know all the particulars of life so grafted, and when they shall be opened, black Macbeth will seem as pure as snow, and the poor state esteem him as a lamb be compared with my confinements arms.
Not the legions of horrid hell can come a devil more damned than evils to top Macbeth.
I grant him bloody, luxurious, avaricious, false, deceitful, sudden, malicious, smacking of every sin that has a name. But there's no bottom, none, in my voluptuousness. Your wives, your daughters, your matrons, and your maids could not fill up the cistern of my lust. My desire, all continent impediments would overbear that did oppose my will. Better Macbeth than such a one to reign.
Boundless intemperance in nature is a tyranny. It has been the untimely emptying of the happy throne and fall of many kings. But fear not yet to take upon you what is yours. You may convey your pleasures in a spacious plenty, and yet seem cold the time you may so hoodwink. We have willing dames enough. There cannot be that vulture in you to devour so many as will to greatness dedicate themselves, finding it so inclined.
Yes, there grows in my most ill-composed affection such a staunchest avarice that, were I king, I should cut off the nobles for their lands, desirous jewels in this other's house. My more having would be as a sauce to make me hunger more, that I should force quarrels unjust against the good and loyal, destroying them for wealth.
This avarice sticks deeper, grows with more pernicious root than summer seeming lust, and it has been the sword of our slain kings. Yet do not fear. Scotland has voices to fill up your will of your mere own. All these are portable, with other graces weighed.
I have none! The king becoming graces is justice, verity, temperance, stableness, bounty, perseverance, mercy, lowliness, devotion, patience, courage, and fortitude. I have no relish of them, but abound in the division of each several crime, acting in many ways. Nay, had I power, I should pour the sweet milk of concord into hell. Uproar the universal peace, confound all unity on earth.
Oh, Scotland. Scotland.
On such a one be fit to govern. Speak. I am as I have spoken.
Fit to govern? No, not to live. Oh, nation miserable, with an untitled tyrant, bloody scepter. When shalt thou see thy wholesome days again, since that the truest issue of thy throne by his own interdiction stands accursed and does blaspheme his breed? Thy royal father was a most sainted king. The queen that bore thee, oftener upon her knees than on her feet, died every day she lived. Fare thee well. These evils thou repeatest upon thyself have banished me from Scotland. Oh, my breast. Thy hope ends here.
Macduff, this noble passion, child of integrity, hath from my soul wiped the black scruples, reconciled my thoughts that I could truth and honor. Devilish Macbeth, by many of these trains has sought to win me into his power, and modest wisdom plucks me from over credulous pace. But God above, deal between thee and me. Free that now I put myself to thy direction, unspeak my own detraction, hear abjure the taints and blames I laid upon myself for strangers to my nature. I am yet unknown to woman, never was forsworn, scarcely have coveted what was mine own, at no time broke my faith, would not betray the devil to his fellow, and delight no less in truth than life. My first false speaking was this upon myself, for what I am truly is thine, and my poor country's to command. Whither indeed, before thy hero approach, all Cyril but 10,000 warlike men already at a point was setting forth. Now we'll together, and the chance of goodness be like our warranted quarrel. Why are you silent?
Such welcome. Unwelcome things at once! It's hard to reconcile. See who comes here.
My countryman, but yet I know her not.
My ever gentle cousin. Welcome hither.
I know her now. Good God, the times remove the needs of the strangers.
Stand Scotland where it did?
Alas, poor country almost afraid to know itself. It cannot be called our mother, but our graves where nothing but knows nothing is what seems to smile. Where sighs and groans and shrieks that rent the air are made, not marked, where violent sorrow seems a modern ecstasy. The dead man's knell is there scarce asked for who, and good men's lives expire before the flowers in their caps die near they sing.
Oh, relation too nice and yet too true.
What's the newest grief?
That of an hour's age offers the speaker, each minute teems a new one.
How does my wife?
Why, well.
And all my children?
Well, too.
The tyrant has not battered at their peace?
No. They were well at peace when I believe.
Be not a niggard of your speech. How goes it?
When I came hence to transport the tidings which I had heavily borne, there ran a rumor among many ready fellows that were out, which was to my belief witness rather, for I saw the tyrant's power afoot. Now is the time of help. Your eye in Scotland would create soldiers, make our women fight to doff their dire distresses.
To their comfort we are coming thither. Gracious England hath lent us good sword, an older and better soldier none that Christendom gives out.
Oh, what I could answer this comfort with the like, but I have words that would be held out in the desert air where hearing should not match.
What concern then? The general cause, or is it a fee brief due to some single girls?
No mind that's honest, but in it shares some woe when the main point comes to you alone.
If it be mine, keep it not from me. Quickly, let me have it.
Let not your ears despise my tongue forever, which shall possess them with the heaviest sound that ever yet they heard.
I guess at it.
Your castle is surprised. Your wife and babe savagely slaughtered. To relate the manner, or on the quarry of these murdered deer to add the death of you.
Merciful heaven. What man, ne'er pull your hat upon your brows, give sorrow words. The grief that does not speak whispers the o'erfraught heart and bids it break.
Children too.
Wife, children, servants, all that could be found.
I speak from thence. My wife killed too.
You have said.
Be comforted. Let's make medicines of our great revenge to cure this deadly grief.
He has no children. All my pretty ones. Did you say all? Oh, hellkite, all! All my pretty chickens. And they're dead. One fell swoop.
Dispute it like a man!
I shall do so. I must also feel it as a man. I cannot but remember such things were that were most precious to me. Did heaven regard, would not take their part. Sinful and dumb. They were all struck for thee. Not for naught that I am. Not for their own demerits, but for mine fell slaughter on their souls. Heaven rest them now.
Be this the whetstone of your sword. Let grief convert to anger, but not the heart. Enrage it!
Oh, I could play the braggart with my eyes, and braggart with my tongue. But gentle heaven cut short all intermission. Front to front bring down this fiend of Scotland and myself. Within my sword's length set him if he escape. Heaven forgive him too.
This tune goes merry. Come, go we to the king. Our power is ready, our lack is nothing but our leave. Macbeth is ripe for shaking, and the powers above put on their instruments. Receive what cheer you may. The night is long that never finds the day.
And what did she last fall?
Since His Majesty went to the field, I have seen her rise from her bed, throw her nightgown upon her, unlock her closet, take forth paper, fold it, write upon it, read it, afterwards seal it, and again return to bed, yet all this while in a most fast sleep.
Great perturbation in nature. Receive at once the benefits of sleep and do the effects of watching. In this slumber agitation, besides her walking and other actual performances, what did any time have you heard her say?
That's so which I will not report after her.
You may to me. It is most meet you should.
Neither to you nor anyone having no witness for my speech. Here she comes, this is her very lies, and upon my light fast asleep. Observe her, stand close.
How came she by that light?
Quiet stood by her, she is led by her continually, observe man.
You see her eyes are open.
Their senses are shut.
What is it she does now? Look how she rubs her hands.
It is a custom action with her to seem thus washing her hands. I have known her to continue it in a quarter of an hour.
Here's the spot.
Hark, she speaks. I'll sit down close to her to satisfy my remembrance more strongly.
Out. Damn spot out, I say. 1, 2. Why then 'tis time to do it. Hell, it is murky. Fie, my lord, fie, soldier in a fear. What did you fear? Who knows it when none can call our power to account? Yet I would have thought the old man who had so much blood in him.
She marked that.
Wait, if I've had a wife, where is she now? What will these hands ne'er be clean? No more of that, my lord, no more of that. You mar all with his starting.
Go to. Go to. You have known what you should not.
She spoke what she should not, I am sure of that. Heaven knows what she has known.
Oh, yet here's the smell of blood still. Will all the perfumes of Arabia not sweeten this little ache? Ah! Oh! Oh!
Besides, the heart is sorely charged.
I would not have such a heart in my bosom for the dignity of the whole body. Pray God, it please, sir.
Cease beyond my practice. Yet I have known those which have walked in their sleep, who have died hopelessly in their bed.
Get on your nightgown. Wash your hands. Be not lost so poorly in your thoughts. I tell you yet again, Ben was buried. He cannot come out on his grave.
Even so.
To bed. To bed. Oh, you're knocking at the south entry. Come, 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 come. Give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. To bed. To bed. To bed!
Going out to bed.
Directly.
Our whisperings are abroad. Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles. Infected minds for dead fellows will discharge their secrets. Or teach the divine in that position. God forgive us all. Look after her. Remove from her the means of all annoyance and still keep eyes upon. So, good night. My mind she has made to amaze my sight. I think but dare not speak.
Good night, good doctor.
The English power is near, led on by Malcolm, his uncle Seward, and the good Macduff. Revenge is burned in them for their dear causes, which to the bleeding and grim alarm excite the mortified man.
In your Burnham wood shall we well meet them. That way are they coming.
Who knows if Delamain be with his brother?
For certain, sir, he is not. I have a file of all the gentry. There is Seward's son and many unrough youths that even now protest their first of manhood.
What does the tyrant? By Dunsinane he's strongly fortified. Some say he's mad, others that do lesser hate him call it valiant fury. But 'tis certain he cannot buckle his separate cause within the belt of rule.
'Tis now does he feel his secret murder sticking on his hands. Now minutely revolts, upbraid his faith breach. Those he commands move only in command, nothing in love. Now does he feel his title hang loose about him like a giant's robe on his dwarfish thief.
Who then shall blame his pestered senses to recoil and start, when all that is within him does condemn itself for being there?
Well, march we on then, to give obedience which is truly owed, to meet the medicine of the sickly wheel, and with him pour we in our country's purge each drop of us.
For so much as it needs to do the sovereign flower and drown the weeds. Make we our march towards Burnham.
Let them fly off. So Burnham Force come to Denton and I cannot fear no more. What's this Malcolm? Was he not born a woman? The spirits and all mortal consequences have pronounced me thus. Fear not, Macbeth. No man born of woman shall ever hold power upon me. Then fly, false stains. Mingle with English epicures. Mind I sway by, heart I bear, shall never sag with doubt, nor shake with fear. That devil damn deep black, that cream-faced loon. Where does that goose look?
There's 10,000.
Geese, villain.
Soldiers, sir.
Prick thy face, and overread thy fear, thy lily-livered boy. What soldiers, Patch? Death of thy soul! Oh, those linen cheeks are counselors to fear. What soldiers, wave face?
The English force, so please you.
Get thy face hence. See it! I'm sick at heart when I behold. See it, I say! This push will cheer me evermore to seek me now. I have lived long enough. My way of life has fallen into sear, the yellow leaf, and that which accompany old age as love, honor, obedience. Troops of friends I must not look to have, but in their stead curses, that loud but deep, mouth honor, breath, that which the poor heart would fain deny and dare not. See then!
What's your gracious pleasure?
What news more?
All is confirmed, my lord, which was reported.
I'll fight till from my bone my flesh be hacked. Give me mine armor.
It is not needed yet.
I'll put it on. Send out the horses. Scour the country around. Hang those that talk of fear. Give me mine armor. How does your patient, doctor?
Not so sick, my lord. She's troubled with hectic fancies that keep her from her rest. Cure her of that.
Can't thou not minister to a mind diseased? Pluck from the memory the rooted sorrow. Raise out the written troubles of the mind. And with some sweet, oblivious antidote, cleanse that stuffed bosom of the perilous stuff that weighs upon the heart.
Therein the patient must minister to himself.
Throw physic to the dogs, I'll none of it. Come, put mine armor on, and give me my staff! Seaton, send out. Doctor, the dames fly from me. Come, sir, dispatch. Cast the waters from my land. Find her disease and purge it with sound and pristine health. If thou couldst, I should applaud thee to the very echo that should applaud it. Pull it off, I say. What rhubarb, senna, or purgative drug would scour these English hands? Hearest thou of them?
Aye, my lord, your royal preparation.
Bring it after. I will not be afraid of death or pain. For Burnham Wood comes and done to me.
Or from Dunstan away and clear, profit again should hardly draw me here.
Hang the banner on the outward walls! The cry is still, they come! Our castle strength will laugh a siege to scorn. Here, let them lie till famine and ague eat them up. Were they not forced with those that should be ours, we would have met them dareful, beard to beard, and beat them backward home. What was that noise?
It's the cry of woman, my lord.
I almost forgot the taste of fears. The time has been my senses would have cooled to hear a night shriek. My fell hair would have treated these dismal stir, roused as life were in it. I have supped full of horrors, direness, familiar to my slaughter style, cannot one start me. Wherefore was that cry?
my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter. It would have been time for such a word. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, out, brief candle. Life is but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets out upon the stage and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. I come to use thy tongue, thy story quickly.
Gracious, my lord. I should report that which I say I saw, but I know not how to do it.
Well, say, sir.
As I stood my watch upon the hill, I looked toward Burnham, and anon methought the wood began to move.
Liar and slave!
Let me endure your wrath if it be not so. Within this 3 mile may you see it coming, I say a moving grove.
If thou speakest false, upon the next street thou shalt hang alive till famine cling thee. Thy speech be sooth. I care not that thou dost for me as much. I pull in resolution into that equivocation of the thing that lies like truth. Fear not till Burnham would come to Dunsinane, and now it would come to Dunsinane. Arm, and out. If this which ye are about to shall appear, there will be no flying nor tearing here. I get to be aweary of the sun, and I wish the state of the world were now undone. Ring the alarm bell! Blow, wind, come rack. At least we'll die heartless on our back.
You are the uncle, shall with my cousin, your right noble son, lead our first battle. Where you have done it, we shall take upon what else remains to do, according to our order.
Fare you well. We would find the tyrant's power tonight. Let us be beaten if we cannot fight.
Make all our trumpets speak. Give them all breath. Those clamors harbingers of blood and death.
They have tied me to a stake I cannot fly. But, like the bear, I must fight the course. What's he that not born of woman? One I am to fear. Or not.
What is thy name?
Thou be afraid to hear it.
No, though thou callest thyself a hotter name than any is in hell.
My name is Macbeth.
The devil himself could not pronounce a title more hateful to mine ear.
No, no more fearful.
Thou liest, abhorred tyrant. With my sword I'll prove the lie thou speaks.
Thou wast born a woman! But swords I'd smile at, weapons laugh to scorn, brandished by those a woman born.
Show thy face. If thou be slain, and with no stroke of mine, my wife and children's ghosts will haunt me still. I cannot strike at wretched currents whose arms are hired to bear their staves. Either thou, Macbeth, or else my sword with an unbattered edge I sheathe again undeeded. There thou shouldst be. By this great clatter, one of greatest notes seems flooded. Let me find him, fortune, or I beg not.
This way, my lord. The castle's gently rendered. The tyrant's people on both sides do fight. The things do bravely in the war. The day almost itself professes yours, and little is to do.
We have met with foes who strike beside us.
Enter, sir, the castle.
Why should I play the Roman fool and die of mine own sword, while I see lives the gashes do better upon them?
Turn, hellhound.
Turn! Of all men I have avoided thee. Get thee back. My soul is charged of blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is in my sword, thou bloodier villain in terms can give thee out.
Ah! Thou losest labor, as this is made thou the entrenched air. Thy keen sword as make me bleed. Fall, thy blade and bone will crest. I live a charmed life, one which must not yield to one of woman born. Spare thy charm.
And let the angel whom thou still hast served tell thee Macduff was from his mother's womb
Accursed be the tongue that tells me so, for I have cowed my better part of man. These juggling fiends no more believe than thou shalt palter us in a double sense. Keep promised ears and bring it to our hope. I will not fight with thee.
Then yield thee, coward, and live to be the show and gaze of the time. We'll have thee, as our rarer monsters are, painted on a pole. And under it here you may see the tyrant.
I will not yield to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet, and though be baited by rebels' curse, no burden would come to Dunsinane who will oppose him. No woman being born, I will try the last. Before my body, I throw my warlike shield down. Lay on, Macduff. Damned he that first cries, hold! Enough!
And would the friends we miss were safe arrived.
Some must go off. Yet by these I see as great a day as this is cheaply bought.
Macduff is missing, and your noble son.
Your son, my lord, has paid a soldier's debt. He only lived but till he was a man, which no sooner had his prowess confirmed in the unshrinking station where he fought, but like a man he died.
And he is dead?
Aye, and brought off the field. Your cause of sorrow must not be measured by his worth, for then it hath no end.
And he has hurts before.
Aye, on the front.
Why then, God's soldier be he! And I as many sons as I have hairs. I would not wish them to a fairer death. And so his nose knows.
He's worth more sorrow, and that I'll spend for him.
He's worth no more. They say he parted well and paid his score, and so God be with him. Here comes newer comfort.
King, for so thou art. Behold, where stands the usurper's cursed head. The time is free. I see thee compassed with thy kingdom's pearl that speak my salutation in their minds. whose voices I desire aloud with mine. Hail, King of Scotland! Hail, King of Scotland!
We shall not spend a large expense of time before we reckon with your several loves and make us even with you. My thanks and kinsmen, henceforth be yours, the first that ever Scotland in such an honor named. What's more to do, which would be planted newly with the time, is calling home our exiled friends abroad that fled the snares of watchful tyranny, producing forth the cruel ministers of this dead butcher, and his fiend-like queen pressed his thought with self-inviolate hands took off their life. This and what needful else that calls upon us, by the grace of grace we will perform, in measure, time, and place. So thanks to all at once and to each one, whom we invite to see us crowned at Scotland!
into making this show happen, but the fact of the matter was that none of this could have occurred if it hadn't been for our amazing, amazing creative team. So we have a couple of gifts for the people who put a lot of work into the show that none of you get the chance to see. So first and foremost, as soon as they're ready, we have, there we go, something for our wonderful costumer, Ellen.
Stay on stage!
Next, our incredibly hard-working technical director and master carpenter, Gabe and Joey.
And the set designer, okay? Creative. Creative.
These are amazing directors, Spencer Whale and Sarah Meyer. Thank you so much